Hello viewers, welcome to CEC lecture. Myself Dr. Preeti Jagwani, I am Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Aryabhat College, University of Delhi. So as you are aware that we have already begun with our lecture series Introduction to Programming in C++, and we have covered some topics like variables, data types, some basic fundamentals of C++ programming, and so on and so forth. So continuing that particular series, today we are going to begin with a new topic, which is variable scope. So as far as variable scope is concerned, it is kind of I can say combination of two terms, variable and scope, or variable scope can also be defined as types of variables on the basis of scope. So let us drill down to see what actually this variable scope or scope of the variable actually means. So basically variable, what actually variable is, that is all of you are aware of, and scope of the variable as far as is concerned, it is actually a region of the program which is going to define some properties of the variable. Some properties of the variable means where this variable will be declared and at what all places this variable is accessible. So where the variable can be declared, so there can be three places where a variable can be declared. One is inside a particular function or a block. So as far as function is concerned, we can say here main is a function, or we can have one more block regarding this function also. So inside a function or a block, that is a local variable. In the definition of function parameters, that is also known as formal parameter, and the third one is outside of all the functions. So basically three places where variable can be declared: inside a function or a block, that is known as local variable. Then the next one is inside the definition of function parameters, that is known as formal parameters, and third is outside of all the function, that is global variables. So here basically what is happening, I have given you three places. So in this lecture we will be covering in detail only two, which is local variable and global variable, where local variable is declared inside a function or a block and the global variable is declared outside all the functions. And we are not going to cover the variables which are declared as formal parameters, because in this lectures we have not covered functions yet, but definitely the moment we will be covering functions, we will be going through formal parameters as well. So for today's lecture it is going to be local variable and global variable. So now coming to the first part, which is local variable. So local variable, as I told you, it can be declared inside a function or a block, and that can be used or that can be accessed only within that function or that block of code, basically only by the statements that are written inside the function or that block of code in which the variable is declared, and it is not known to the functions outside that particular function in which it is declared, or we can say not known to the functions outside their own. So let us try to see what actually it means. So basically let's say I am having three functions, function 1, function 2, function 3. So what actually this function 1, function 2, function 3 means is, actually these are some blocks of code. So if I am going to declare a variable inside the function 1, then that variable will be available to all the statements which are written inside that function 1, and will not be available to all the statements which are written inside function 2 and function 3. So let us take a look for the example, and the standard way in which we begin with our C++ program, iostream.h, inclusion of iostream.h, and then namespace is standard. And here within the main function there is a local there are some local variables which are declared a, b, c. So these variables are local inside this main function. So outside the main function, even if I am trying to access this a, b, c, I will not be able to access. So a is having some value and so is b, and c is equals to a plus b, and c out c and return 0. So starting from the curly bracket opening and ending to the curly bracket closing, there is a block, and this block is actually here is in the form of a function which is our main function. So within this block or within this function, whatever variables I am going to declare will be available to the statements of only these only this main function. It is not available outside this main function, hence this is known as local variable. So if I am going to say, let's say for example, let's take another example and try to see what actually happens when we the variable declared inside one function into another function. So here I have taken one function, or you can say one block of code module which is named as func, and I have declared one variable, let's say a, which is equals to 18. So now this variable a is local to this function, and if I am going to if I try to access this a inside main, as I have done within the statement cout, I am trying to print out this a as output. As you can see on the screen, it is going to give me a was not declared in this scope. So a is only available within the function func, within the scope of that function only. So that a is actually a local variable for that particular function. So here that error has been given. Now if I am going to if I want to access that variable inside the function main, for that I need to use that variable through the function only in which it is declared. For example, a is declared inside func, and only func can print that function, that variable, because the variable is local to func. But yes, we can call func as a whole inside the main. So actually as far as flow of the program is concerned, what actually happens, as I have told you in the earlier classes also, that the execution of the program begins from main. So main, and within the main you have called one function func by writing its name. So the moment a call for the function func is encountered, the control directly goes to the function func, and within that func that a is declared, within that func that a is being printed also. This is perfectly valid. So by this idea you can use the I can say local variable which is local to a particular function. You can use that whole function within the main, that is perfectly fine. But if you want to access, or if you try to access this variable a individually inside the main without func, that is going to give you the error, because the a variable a is actually local for this func function. It is not local to the main. So scope of func is just that particular block of code starting from curly brackets ending to the curly brackets of func. I hope this is clear now. Then coming to some more characteristics of local variables. So we have seen usage of local variables through these two small programs. Coming to the characteristics of local variables, so basically local variable says that value is going to be with us, or value is going to be remain intact, obviously unless modified while the task is running or while particular function is running. If several tasks change a single variable that is running simultaneously, then the result may be unpredictable. So if a single task is there, that is fine. If there are several tasks and they want to change, or they are changing that particular single variable simultaneously, the result could be very unpredictable obviously. But in order to solve this problem, we can declare it as local variable, as because each task will create its own instance of the local variable. For example, I am having function 1, function 2 and function 3. So I am having a variable a. So variable a will be local to function 1, which is declared inside function 1. If declared inside function 2, variable a will be local to function 2, and if declared inside function 3, variable a will be local to that particular function 3. And if the same name is used, that means a inside function 1, a inside function 2 and a inside function 3, that is perfectly alright, because all are having the we can say different copy, different instance of their own local variable. So one is a inside function 1, another one is a inside function b, and third one is a inside function c or function 3, whatever. So that's what local variables can be given the same name in different functions, because they are only recognized by the function they are declared in. So there is not going to be any I can say conflict or controversy. Similarly, local variables are deleted as soon as any function in which they are declared is over, and the moment the function gets over, all the memory which is occupied by local variables is automatically releases up. So what I am trying to say is, let's say there is a variable a inside the function 1. So the moment that function 1 gets over, that means on the execution of closing curly bracket of function 1, variable a will be vanished away, and so as its memory also is released by the system. That means a is not occupying memory anymore after the function is over. Now these are some typical characteristics of local variable. Now coming to what are the disadvantages of local variables. So disadvantages of local variable, as I have told you, that local variables can have the same name for different functions. So debugging process of local variables is sometimes very tricky, and if we need some data which is to be passed repeatedly between the modules or between the functions, we cannot achieve this task with the help of local variables at least. So basically, if I am going to say there is a value, let's say x, which is going to be passed from function 1 to function 2, that kind of functionality cannot be achieved with the help of your local variables, and obviously they have a limited scope. They are vanished or deleted as soon as the function is over. So these are, I can say, disadvantages of local variables. Now coming to their counterpart, which is global variable, as the name indicates, global. So global is basically they are holding global scope. That means they hold the value throughout the lifetime of the program, not the lifetime of the function. Please make a note of, they are going to hold the value of that variable. Global variable holds its value throughout the lifetime of the program. They can be accessed throughout the program by any function defined within the program, because they are global. Now the question arises, where are they being declared or where are they being defined? So basically they are defined outside the subroutines or outside the functions. How? We are going to see with the help of an example. So if you can see, there are two variables a and b with the values 4 and 5 respectively, but please make a note of that these variable declaration or variable definition is not occurring inside the function which is add. It is outside the function add. So add is able to use this A and B, because for add or for the program which is going to use this snapshot of the code, for that particular program, these variables are actually global. So let's say for example I am going to declare one more function with this, let's say for example multiplication, and then that multiplication is returning A multiplied by B. So that function multiplication will also be using this variables A and B, and similarly the function add is also using the variables A and B. Why? Because they are global, they are not defined inside the function add either or inside the function multiplication, they are outside, they are defined outside both the functions, so they are global. So in this way global variables are defined. Now coming to characteristics of global variables. So global variables, as I have told you, can be accessed from all the functions or modules in a program, and we need to declare global variables outside the modules only once. Declaration obviously only once it is going to happen. Declaration need not to be happen multiple times. Initial not only initialization, but yes, value updation can happen multiple times. And what is the basic, I can say, idea or application where these global variables should be used? So in that scenario we can say we can ideally use these global variables for storing constants, as that particular constant is used, or there is a constant which is going to be used for which is going to be used by many of the I can say functions in the program. So for such a scenario, for example, let's say value of pi. So I am making a mathematical program which is working on some mensuration formulas and all that, and it is using pi repeatedly. So pi can be stored as constant within inside a global variable. It will make it will help us to achieve the consistency. And why they are used, now it is clear that global variables are useful when multiple functions are accessing the same data. If there is one piece of data which is going to be accessed by multiple functions within a program, the idea is to use that particular data, or this idea is to use that store that particular data within a global variable. But with so many applications and so many characteristics, important characteristics, we can say there are some disadvantages of the global variables. Now what are they? If there are too many variables which are declared as global, now unlike local variables, these global variables will remain in the memory till the program execution is complete, because it is a global variable and it is not known that which particular function is going to use a global variable and when. So they will be alive in memory till the program execution is completed. And if we are having too many global variables in a huge big software application, this can cause out of memory issues. Yes, this is a kind of issue, I can say, which pertains with the systems with less amount of memory, which is not a which is not a very common scenario nowadays, that I understand. So yes, out of memory issue could be there if you have some memory restrictions. Now as far as access of these global variables is concerned, their data can be modified by any function because they are global. So any statement written within any function in the whole program can change the value of the global variable. Now if not being used very properly, this is going to give very haywire results or very unpredictable results, especially in multitasking environment. There are n number of tasks which are going simultaneously, and all those tasks are using global variables, and as the variable is global, anyone can access and change the value. So results may be very unpredictable if not traced the execution properly. Now for example, another disadvantage or another scenario could be if global variables are discontinued in the sense we need not to use them anymore or something of that sort, we need not to access them anymore because of some code rephrasing or because of some code restructuring. You will need to change all the modules in which they are called, because it is not local to one module, it's a global function, it's a global variable. So whatever modules were using that particular global variable, all those modules will be obviously changed because the global variable is now discontinued. So that's one thing which is to be kind of maintained with the use of global variables. Now coming to the thing, when we have seen the usage characteristics as well as disadvantages of local as well as global variable both, now let us try to compare and contrast both. So local variables are created when the function is started execution and it lost when the function terminates. Fine. Global variables on the other hand are created when the execution starts and is lost when the whole program ends. Then local variables obviously they don't help in data sharing because they have their limited scope and limited lifetime also, whereas the global variables are bound to provide data sharing, or we can say they are a way to provide data sharing. Then local variables, one important difference between local and global variables is where actually they are stored inside the system. So local variables are stored on the stack, whereas the global variables are stored on a fixed location decided by the compiler, while local variables are on the stack, because stack memory will be removed, will be taken off when the function is over. Now parameter passing is required for local variables while it is not necessary for global variable. This is something which we will be covering in the kind of upcoming lectures when we will be going through functions and its parameters. Now coming to some more important discussions about the usage and applications of local and global variable, or I can say let's say I am having one scenario in which your local variable as well as global variable both are having same name. So when two variables with the same name are defined, one as local variable, another one as global variable, then the compiler is going to produce a compile time error if they are defined in the same scope. That means within one function or within the same scope you have two functions, you have defined two variables, one local, another global. But if the variables are defined in different scopes, then the compiler is going to allow it. It is not going to flash any compile time error. But when there is a local variable and global variable with the same name, then the compiler is going to give precedence to the local variable as compared to the global variable. So local variable is given priority as compared to global variable. Coming to the usage and importance, I can say as both are having their own kind of different application scenarios and ideas, both are equally important. However, we can say a large number of global variable will obviously occupy a huge memory for a long time. For a long time means at least till the program execution ends, and undesirable change to global variables is tough to track or kind of difficult to identify, we can say. So it is always advisable to avoid declaring unwanted global variables. So you have to be very careful with the variables. If you are giving them the global scope, if a variable is having a global scope, you have to be careful, and it is not at all advisable to declare unwanted global variables. So it should not be the idea that the variable is going to give us the liberty of being accessed anywhere, anytime. So let us declare it as a global variable. No, this should not be the idea. So you have to be cautious with it. Coming to the differences, which is, we can say, on what parameters we are going with it. Scope, as far as for local and global variable is concerned, local variables are declared inside a function, while global variables are declared outside any particular function. Value, if not initialized, garbage value is given to the local variable, and if not initialized, 0 is given as the default value for a global variable. Coming to the lifetime, lifetime means when the variable is created, duration between when it is going to lose its value and when it was created. So lifetime for local, it is created when the function starts execution and lost when the function terminates, that particular function in which inside that variable is declared. Global, it is created before the program's global execution start, and this is going to be live till program terminates. Coming to data sharing, I have already told you data sharing is not possible with the help of local variables because of their limited lifetime and scope, while global variables, yes, they are surely a way for data sharing between various functions. Now coming to the next thing, which is modification of variable value. So when the value of the local variable is modified in one function, the changes obviously will not be visible to the function because the variable is local to that particular function. While coming to the global variables, when the value of the global variable is modified in one of the function, then those modification or those changes are also visible in rest of the program. Then local variables can be accessed with the help of statements written inside the function in which they are declared. That's very kind of an obvious characteristics. And global variables, yes, they can be accessed globally by any statement within the whole program. Memory storage, local variables stored on stack, but yes, we can specify other storage location for those local variables also. How, that will be covered in the next lecture. Then global variable, it is stored on a fixed location which is decided by compiler. So for local, it is going to be stored on the stack unless specified. And if we want to see an example of how these how your system behaves when a global variable and a local variable are having the same name, if they are within the scope declared with the same name, it is going to give an compile time error. But what if there is a necessity to use or to access the value of the global variable as well as the local variable, and both are declared with the same name? So for example, you can see on the screen, I have given one variable x that is equals to 0, that is defined outside the main, that's the global variable. Then as far as local variable is concerned, within the main I have given x equals to 10. Now for example, I am going to print just the value of x. Value of x as 10 will be printed because local variables are given priority. Now if we want to access global variable, we need to precede it with a scope resolution operator. As you can see in the first cout statement, value of global x is, it is printed by scope resolution operators, that is colon and colon, double colon x. This is known as scope resolution operator x. So scope resolution operator and the variable name refers to the global variable, and just the variable name refers to the local variable. So the output will say value of global x is 0 while value of local x is 10. So this will be the output. So that means yes, although a priority is given to the local variable, with the same name as that of the global, but we can always access global variable even if they have same name with the help of scope resolution operator. Here are some references for this lecture. Hope you have enjoyed the lecture. Thank you.